So, hi everyone. My name is Micaela Jane Busesa Aragon and I'm the first reporter sa Chapter 13, Caring for the Earth. So, first, we will tackle about environmental concern. So, first is human activities damage Earth's ability to sustain life. So, agi sa mga gihimo sa mga tao like sobra ang paggamit sa mga resources, pollution and deforestation, maglisod og breeze atong Mother Earth. So maglisod siya og sustain sa og life. Maglisod siya og support sa life. So for example is sobra ang pagputol sa mga puno like maghimo sila subdivision mo na mag-cause of landslide. So next, air pollution comes from pesticides, heavy metals, gases from industry, transports. WHO or WHO or World Health Organization reports 7 million deaths annually due to air pollution. Air pollution mula sa pesticides, heavy metals, industry and transport. Atong hangin is malason siya sa mga chemicals o sa mga usok. So ana ang World Health Organization, 7 million ang namatay every year. Namatay ng tao every year. So, wow. 7 million ang mawala sa Earth annually. Agi sa air pollution. So, example ana is usok sa mga sakyanan, sa pabrika, plus mga chemical nga ginagamit sa bukid like ang pagkaron kay kuan naman taron like high-tech na kay taron ang pag-ani, so nana siya magkosa na siya og kanang air pollution nga kato ilang ginagamit, magsanhi na siya og asthma and lung cancer. So next is water pollution comes from fertilizers, pesticides, sewage, heavy metals causing unsafe drinking water and diseases. So yes, water pollution is mula siya sa fertilizers, pesticides, sewage, at heavy metals. Nalason ta sa tubig kay unsafe siya imnon. Nagresulta siya og sakit like diarrhea o mupatay pod siya og 842 ka tawo every year. Daghan pod ay mamatay nga tawo agi sa diarrhea ug agi sa water pollution every year. 842,000 rather every year ang mamatay nga tawo. Next is global warming. Global warming results from greenhouse gases due to burning fossil fuels, leading to species loss, reduced crops productivity, rising sea levels and floods. So yes, global warming agi sa greenhouse gases, muinit ang kalibutan, like muinit ang mundo agi sa emission ng gases. So example, agi sa init sa panahon, dili na normal ang klima, mo nang maglisod ang mga magsasaka og kanang tanom. Maglisod sila og tanom. So agi sa klima, agi sa kain sa panahon, di nila makayang init, so maglisod na sila og tanom, wala na ka nang gamay na lang ang maani, kay agian ng mag-crack pod lagi ang mga agi sa kainit, mag-crack pod ang yuta, so wala na tay matamnan. Usahay pod inig mag-ulan, kanang bahaon pod ang palayan, so agi sa mga magsasaka, maglisod jud sila og tanom. Deforestation destroys animal habitats, worsen water supply, causes floods, soil erosion, and resource shortage. So, deforestation, pagputol og mga daghang puno, magresulta siya og kanang mawad-ang kapuy-an sa mga hayop, mawad-ang kapuy-an mga hayop, mahurot ang water supply, magkabaha, magka-flood, soil erosion, and resource shortage. Example is, pag human putlon ang mga puno sa gubat, wala na ugat ang puno. So, wala na musipsip sa tubig. So, gamay ulan, magka-flood dayon. Gamay ulan, magkabaha mo ng dapat save Mother Earth jud ta. So, dapat magtanom ta para less ang ato ang flood if ever manggaling nga bagyohon ang ato ang country. Desertification, 12 million hectares of arable land lost yearly, affecting 1.5 billion people worldwide. So, desertification, pagiging disyerto sa pagiging disyerto sa lupa. So, 12 million hectares sa lupa ang nawawala yearly. So 1.5 billion people ang apektado every year. So example na is sobra ang paggamit ng lupa sa pagtatanim at pang-aabuso sa fertilizer mo ng mamala, wala na sustansya ang yuta. Consequences: food insecurity and loss of livelihood, especially in rural areas dependent on farming. So yes, agi-anin nagkakaroon ng food insecurity, like kulang sa pagkaon, and loss of livelihood, walay kabuhayan, labi na sa mga rural areas na nagdefend sa farming. So example ani is, inig magtagtuyot, like init kaayo or baha, dili makakapagtanom ang mga magsasaka, walay kita and kulang sa supply ng pagkain.
About the impact of the military on the environment. Wars destroys ecological system, and this is our historical wars happened in the past event. Gulf War, oil splits, atomic bomb radiations, Vietnam deforestations. Gulf War 1991. During the Gulf War, retreating Iraqi forces deliberately released millions of oil barrels and set it to the fire in the part of Kuwait. The effect of that action was thousands of millions marine lives was died. Coastal ecosystem lost, air pollutions, and soil and water contaminations. Atomic bomb radiations. The atomic bomb 1945 dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan. The effect of that atomic bomb drop was radiation exposure, soil, air, and water contaminations, genetic and biological effect, and ecological damages. So, until now, ang Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Japan, which is ponyabon sila sa radiation exposure, even though decades na nilabay na hitabo to siya nga event. Vietnam War 1971, massive forest loss of biodiversity and soil, water damages. So even after so many years nagpass na, sa Vietnam War, which is hantod karon na yung mga landmine nga wala pa na nakuha sa mga military nga ilang ginagamit sa ilang gubat sa nang panahon. Military activities are major polluters, producing toxic waste, using massive oil supplies, and emitting harmful gases. So ang mga military mo'y pinakadako kayo nga major polluter sa atong kalibutan. Kay every year thousands of millions of military vehicle that they produce, and weapons like grenades and nuclear weapons, launchers, and that's all the harmful, or you can make a toxic waste. The military consumes about 25% of global jet fuels and 9% of global iron and steel, explosive solvents, and toxic substances complementing soil and water when mishandle. So just like I said nya, sila may pinakadahok ay consumption sa ato ang environmental resources, kay then sila pa yung mga polluters, kay agi sila mga gipanggama nga daghan kay mga klase-klase nga mga gamit para sa gubat mo lang ang atong Mother Earth mo'y naapektahan og ayo sa ilang mga productions nga mga war machines. Militarizations increase environmental stress and obstructure sustainable development. So kaning niya kay agi sa ilang mga military activities like testing a new weapon or new artillery. Kay kung once na mag-testing na sila, mangita sa specific spot jud nga lugar nga pan lang dili limited, but minsan na siya na part man sa environment ato. Dito sila mag-test og mga ilang mabawong weapon para makita nila unsa jud ka kusog ang or unsa ka destructible ilang weapon nga bawong ginama. The Brundtland Report 1987 stress the needs from the sustainable environmental that needs presence need without harming the future. So this is an agenda that present in 1987. So it state there na kuan niya kung maabot daw ang gubat puhon-puhon ang ato ang environment, which is dako kay apektado apil ang ato ecological system and our resources. Kaya naman once magubat man gani atong mga resources, which is limited na kayo, kay naa na may gubat na hitabo sa ato nasod or sa one specific country. If that happens, tanan-tanan may maapektuhan sa ang panghitabo nga gubat. And that's all.
So, good afternoon everyone. I am Clarby Baitbit and I will be discussing the caring for the commons, or like how we are going to take care of our planet. So, number 1 is pollution control. So, international protocols regulate harmful gas emissions like nitrogen, sulfur, CFCs, carbon dioxide. The law of the sea protects oceans and solid waste management is promoted. So, international rules and agreements helps countries control pollution. This includes gases like nitrogen, sulfur, and carbon dioxide, which harm the air, water, and soil. And also one of the most important agreement is the law of the sea, which helps protect oceans from pollution and encourages proper waste disposal. Like pareha sa Manila Bay, like the government has implemented strict cleanup programs to reduce waste dumped into the water. Also, stricter regulations have been placed on factories and vehicles to reduce air pollution, especially in cities like Metro Manila. So number 2 is climate change. The Kyoto Protocol 1997 committed nations to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. By 2010, several major emitters had reduced emissions, with 180 countries ratifying the protocol. So, the Kyoto Protocol 1997 was an agreement where countries promised to reduce gases that cause global warming like carbon dioxide. And by 2010, many countries had made progress in cutting these emissions, and 180 countries joined the agreement, including the Philippines. So, think of countries from using coal, which pollutes a lot, to solar or wind energy to reduce the amount of pollution going into the air. And the Philippines is one of the most vulnerable countries to climate change. So, like, maka-experience man jud ta, like we experience stronger typhoons like Yolanda man jud because of the global warming. That's why we support renewable energy like solar and wind farms in Ilocos and Rizal to reduce carbon emissions. Number 3 is forest depletion. Reforestation programs replant 1 hectare for every 5 lost. So like, tawag aning every kuan nga nay maputo, like nay maputol jud nga 5 ka puno, dapat magtanong jud ka og usa. So, especially in Asia, NGOs and academic institutions raise awareness of deforestation, and laws are enforced in many countries. So forests are being cut down, especially in Asia, but efforts are being made to fix this. Non-government organizations, or the NGOs, and schools also help teach people about the importance of forests. So here sa Philippines, na emerged tayo like tree planting programs where volunteers plant trees in areas where forests are damaged. So for every, katulad akong gikuan kanina, na like, so for every 5 trees cut, 1 should be replanting. So number 4 is desertification. The UN Convention to Combat Desertification 1996 addresses land loss, especially in Africa, which loses about $90 billion yearly due to degradation. Organic farming is also expanding globally. So desertification means lands becomes dry and unusable. So the UN Convention to Combat Desertification 1996 helps fight land loss, especially in Africa where it's a big problem. And the only solution of that is organic farming, and ang organic farming is a way of growing crops or animals without using synthetic chemicals. And last is the militarization. So, the Ottawa Mine Ban Treaty 1999 bans landmines, signed by 164 states as of 2018. It aims to reduce environmental and human harm caused. Global cooperation and enforcement of international agreements are essential to protect the planet from pollution, climate change, deforestation, desertification, and militarization. So, the Ottawa Mine Ban Treaty 1999 is an agreement to stop using landmines which harm people and the environment. And as of 2018, 164 countries signed it, and this treaty helps reduce the dangers of war to people and nature. So, to protect our planet from pollution, climate change, reforestation, desertification, and militarization, countries must work together. International agreements and cooperation are very important to keep the earth safe for us and for the future generations.
Good evening, sir. My name is Gerald Lee Rasan, and I would like to present to you the 7 environmental principles. In this topic, the 7 environmental principles which emphasize the interconnectedness of nature, the importance of conservation, and the responsibility of the humans to care for the earth. So first of all, nature knows best. So ako ora siyang i-explain diretso. Instead of using chemical pesticide that harms soils and water, farmers practice organic farming where natural predators like ladybugs eating aphids to control the pest. Second, all forms of life are important. Example, bees may look like small, but they pollinate fruits and vegetables. With that, them food supply would drastically decrease. And the third one is everything is connected. Example, cutting down trees in a mountain can see cause soil erosion, which pollutes rivers, kill fish and affect the livelihood of the fishermen downstream. And the fourth one is everything thing change. Example, nature's seasonal change like rainfall helps plants grow, but when humans cause deforestation, it worsens the climate change, leading to the stronger typhoon or more. And the fifth one is everything must go somewhere. Example, throw plastic bottles in the rivers doesn't make them disappear. They end up in the ocean, harming turtles, fish, and even entering our food chain as microplastic. And the sixth one is ours is a finite earth. Example, mining too much coal or oil for energy will eventually run out. That's why many countries are shifting to renewable sources like solar wind powers. And the last one is nature is beautiful. Beautiful, and we are stewards of God's creation. Example, protecting our forest park by planting trees and cleaning the waste management. And that is my presentation, sir.